Welcome back, and we are doing the Women's Division 1 March Madness NCAA Tournament, whatever you want to call it. I just did the men's video as well, please check that out, but this one I'm able to have more knowledge on, so there we go. Just a note, kind of, to preface before I go in, I'm not going to do the first four. I'm just going to pick from whatever happens, because I think the big first fours have happened, and either way, I'm just going to pick whatever from here and here, so I'm not going to do that, because two of the first fours already happened. So, let's get into it, shall we? So first, we're going to start, let's start this region. Let's go here. So we got South Carolina versus Presbyterian. Now, if y'all see my past videos, y'all know I am a big Gamecocks fan. So I'd say I'm not going to let the bias ride out, but we'll see. I mean, I just think they're a very good team. So let's go South Carolina 1. North Carolina versus Michigan State. If you know me from the last video, I'm pretty much going to pick 9 over the 8 every time. And I'm going to do it here too. Michigan State over North Carolina. Florida Gulf Coast University, I think that's what that is, over Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma's just a little too good. Does that want to be my big upset? Let's do it. Let's do an upset there. Let's have some fun. Let's have Indiana over Fairfield. Let's have Texas A&M. Now, let's have Texas A&M over Nebraska. Let's get a little crazy. I'm going for it. You know what? Why not? And then we're going to go Eastern Washington and Oregon State. Let's go Oregon State. Let's take Ole Miss. And let's take Notre Dame. Hannah Hidalgo is not going to lose in the first round, I'll tell you that. Then we're going to go South Carolina. Pau Cardoso is back. And Pau is going to do what Pau does. And Bree Hall, and the list goes on, man. South Carolina, you are moving on to the Sweet 16. That's what that is. Yep. And we're gonna go Indiana, Florida Gulf Coast. Your run is over, but Texas A&M, yours is not. 11 seed, bang. Hannah Hidalgo winning again over Ole Miss, and they're gonna go right to the Elite 8. And we're going to have South Carolina in the Elite 8 as well. Let's go over here to Iowa versus whatever the 16 seed's going to be. Caitlin Clark's going to get a pass there. Let's go Princeton. I'm from Philly, so Princeton's going to get some love. Let's go Colorado over Drake. I really like what Colorado's got going on over there. Kansas State. Keep it rolling. Louisville, you know they want to play LSU. You know it, and they will. Because I got LSU beating Rice as well. Creighton versus UNLV. Let's go. Let's go UNLV. I'm saying there's going to be a few upsets. UCLA, they're too good. I think UCLA is going to go a good way. Alright, so Iowa is going to make it that far. Colorado is going to beat the 4 seed in Kansas State. And Louisville, LSU. I want to pick Louisville so bad. But I don't think this is where they're going to lose. I'm going to get LSU going this far, but I'm going to have them losing to UCLA. I think it's just going to be too tough. UCLA is really, really, really good. And I'm going to go Iowa versus UCLA. Give me UCLA. I think they're going to be more well-rounded. And they will stop Caitlin Clark. I think. Alright. Now we're going to go South Carolina versus Notre Dame. Give me South Carolina. Alright, let's go to the bottom of the bracket. Texas versus Drexel. I love Drexel. Know a lot of people go there. Family, friends. I really want to pick them for the upset. Because that would be so legendary, man. Do I do it? Do I do it for the Philly? Do I do it for Philly? Why not, Drexel? Let's go. Come on, Dragons. Here we go. Drexel. Making history. I don't know if there's been a 16 seed in the women's beating a 1, but if it hasn't happened, it's going to happen now. Alright, let's do it. Now, this time I'm going to have Alabama over Florida State. Alright, I know I'm going against what I said. The Utah Utes. I think they're Utes. I think that's what they are. I'm a big Gonzaga fan in general. They're going. The Green Bay Packers. It's not the Green Bay Packers. Are not going to beat Rakia Jackson. Not today. NC State. Bang. Beating Chattanooga. And then we're going to get the Cyclones losing to Maryland. 10 beating a 7. And Stanford's going to beat Norfolk. Cameron Brink is going to do her thing and take care of business here too. And NC State is going to lose to Rakia Jackson. And Gonzaga is going to beat Utah. And Alabama is going to beat Drexel. I'm sorry, Drexel. But Gonzaga is going to beat Alabama. And we got Rakia Jackson versus Cameron Brink. Would be such a cool game. I think I got to pick Stanford. I don't know. Tennessee's they're the closest team to beat the best team in the country. Probably both men and women's. That I would say definitely. I don't know. I'm a bit off put by their coaching, so I'm going to say coaching because we got a legendary coach over there at Stanford. So we're going to do that for coaching, and they're going to win that, and they're going to go to the Final Four. USC, Juju, going to do her thing, win there. Michigan's going to beat Kansas, back to Old Faithful. Baylor, going to beat Vanderbilt. Virginia Tech, even though they have an injury, Kitley is hurt, which is terrible. That hurts, man. It really does. Okay, next. We're going to have Syracuse winning Auburn or Arizona. I think they were going to just leave it there. UConn, going to be Jackson State. Dukies are going to be Richmond. And Ohio State, just take them there. Sorry, Dukies. But UConn versus Syracuse, give me UConn. Virginia Tech versus Baylor, give me Virginia Tech still. I still think Georgia A. Moore is still really, she's a fantastic player, and I think she's going to carry them a good amount. USC is going to beat Michigan, and I think USC is going to beat Virginia Tech. Then it's going to become a little too much for Virginia Tech, I think. And then it's going to be, give me Ohio State versus USC. Give me them. Let's go. They're going to beat Pagebackers. They're going to beat Ali Edwards. Do I think that? Ooh. Yeah, I'm sticking to my guns. Give me Ohio State. But give me USC over them. I did a bracket earlier, and I think I did it way differently here. But this is what I'm doing. 1s and 2s, I know it's boring. I know. I gotta mix it up, man. I'm sorry. UConn is gonna make it. And I think Juju just needs another year. And I think that the star power is going to be them. UConn's going to surprise some people, get to the Final Four. Yeah, I'm switching that up. I don't want to be too predictable because it's never that predictable. Ever. So, but we are going to have UCLA beating UConn. I think that's just where it's going to hit the road for them because they've been dealing with injuries themselves. And we got South Carolina versus Stanford. No one's beating South Carolina. I'm sorry. No one's beating South Carolina. National champs once again. It will happen. Book it. Now listen. I think it's insane how this side of the bracket is going to be so interesting to watch. Because you have Iowa, LSU, UCLA, Louisville. All these really good teams in one bracket. And normally these are teams you would want to see face together in a Final Four kind of thing. but it's not going to happen. So it's going to be very interesting to see like the bloodbath over there. It's going to be crazy. Because like over here, I think it's going to be pretty easy except for Notre Dame for South Carolina to just run through. And then same for Stanford here. Like they're going to have to play good teams like Tennessee. They might have to play an NC State. You know, like they might have to play Iowa State depending on what happens. They might have to play Texas. Texas is probably not going to lose in the first round, but I'm sticking to that. So it's a little tougher, but it's not this region, right? It's not what's happening over here. And then over here, this is an interesting one too, because you got teams that could win, like USC. They're a 1 seed, but they were kind of sneaking up because in the beginning of the year they didn't look that good, but then they kind of came in strong. Virginia Tech, that injury kills them, but I still think they're gonna be really good. And UConn just finds a way to win, but you know, you wonder how they'll do playing against the best of the best, and I think that's gonna stop them getting to the Final Four. No, I'm gonna have them in the Final Four, but still. Yeah, I'm going to have them not going to the finals. So we'll see. I think they could probably lose earlier than that, but I'm having fun with it. And I want to see South Carolina win again, so I think that's going to happen. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I had fun with this. I hope you did too. And we'll see you next time. Peace.